What were some of the key takeaways from this event now that the Congress has wrapped up?
Well, thanks for having me on today, Elaine. Well, I think first it's important to provide a bit of context here in what do we mean by the blue economy. So, a generally accepted definition of this, it's the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, improving people's livelihoods, and raising employment. And the numbers here are actually pretty impressive. So this is something like $3 trillion of global trade, GDP, employing more than 300 million people. So this is a very, very somewhat overlooked but very important segment of the global economy. So for me, some of the key takeaways here are, of course, I think the regional collaboration and the fact that China, which historically is not thought of as a maritime nation, being a large continental country, is taking a leadership role here, not just in trade, but also in some technology areas as well. And I think it's important to point out here that when we think about the industries that are involved in this $3 trillion, there's fishing, of course, there's shipping, there's also coastal tourism. And again, I think the most striking thing for me is that the leadership role that China's taking.
Right, we saw some of the attendees there hail from all over the world. How does this event help promote international exchanges and cooperation when it comes to marine ecology? They're talking about conservation, but also the blue economy, as you mentioned. Are these areas issues where a lot of these countries, despite where they are, can agree and cooperate?
Absolutely. So I think there's two levels here that's very important to pay attention to. So of course, this brings together government officials, people from industry, experts, and there are a lot of technical policy details that can be hammered out in this kind of venue. But I think also it raises awareness from people around the world and people that might not be paying as close attention how important the blue economy already is and is poised to become even more so. So I think from a conservation perspective, again, I think it reflects China's approach that everyone should have a voice, that this should be these kinds of issues, which are complex, perhaps involve differences of opinion, can best be resolved in a multilateral forum where everyone's views are given the opportunity to be heard and decisions are made by consensus. I want to briefly add, too, that since I focus on technology, that there's also three very exciting areas here as well. I think one is in maritime biology, the other is in deep sea mining. These two areas, I think, are very promising and offer a lot of growth opportunities as well as opportunities for multilateral cooperation.
Some things to look forward to. Andy Mok, always great to get your take. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.